who is live at the Results Operations Centre in Cape Town. Abra, good morning. So it's been very interesting, and of course we've been able to have a bird's eye view nationally, but let's see if you can give us a little bit more in terms of what's happening locally in the Western Cape and the early results that are coming through.
Good morning, Sakina. Yes, I am at the Rock in the Western Cape, and as you know, in the Western Cape, we had just over 26 million registered voters. And the last time I checked, of that 26 million, around 210,000 votes had been counted. And that translates into around 21% of the votes that have been counted. Of the 1,577 voting districts, 344 have been completed. And of the 406 wards, around 42 have been completed. But I would like to just zoom in on Beaufort West specifically. I myself and our Beaufort West a couple of weeks ago. Beaufort West's always been a very, very interesting municipality in terms of its politics. One of the analysts we use, Dr. Harlan Klutter, he basically gave us a snapshot of smaller municipalities and the specific issues in those municipalities. And he also just zoomed in on Beaufort West. And Sakina, you actually mentioned this earlier on in your discussions about the skills issue, the issue of skills, and the people who are supposed to be delivering the services, that they are not skilled enough to deliver those services, especially in the administration and in the council as well. And what Dr. Harlan Klutter, his words to us is that in many of these municipalities, they are being run like spaza shops. It's not a nice thing to say, obviously, but that is the problem. And we did speak to municipal managers, we spoke to political parties, and they all did agree that it is an issue finding skilled people to bring into the administration to actually run and to make sure that services are delivered in that area. But staying with Beaufort West, what I found on the ground is that, yes, as unhappy as people were with service delivery, for instance, there was a breakdown in municipal trucks picking up dirt in some of the areas. We saw raw sewage running through very close to homes, running through some of the areas. So people were very disillusioned, and many of these people we spoke to, despite this, they were still very keen to go out and vote. That council was being run through a coalition with the ANC and the KDF, the Karoo Democratic Force. But what we are seeing is that Beaufort West, 52% of the votes have been counted. The Patriotic Alliance, one of the smaller parties, already has one seat. That party is in the lead in Beaufort, if I'm not mistaken, and they are coming through, they're doing quite well, it seems. And even if I look at the provincial figures at the back, provincially, it looks like the PA is currently third. Their voter percentage, it's not as big, but they are doing better than other smaller parties who previously had done better than them. So that is what is happening in the Western Cape at the moment. Obviously, the hot phrase that we are all using is it's early days, there's still lots to be done. It's a long day ahead for us in the media, for the IEC, but we will be at the Rock throughout the day to be bringing you updates, and hopefully hopefully the updates will come through thick and fast so we can give you fresh information sooner rather than later. Sakina?
Well, thank you so much, Abra, for that breakdown. Abra Barbier at the Elections Results Centre in the Western Cape. She's in Cape Town for us. And, of course, hoping for further breakdowns as we continue through the morning. Also, the predictions, and we can tell you a little bit more at this stage in terms of how this is going to pan out. And Professor Mdletsana still with us. So please stay with us. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we continue giving you breakdowns of some of the numbers that are coming through, and of course analysis with Professor Mdletsana.